This is the Horse Radio Network. This is episode 398 of Horse Tip Daily, a different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. This tip is sponsored by Kentucky Performance Products. Visit them at kppusa.com. Howdy, everybody. Glenn the Geek back with you from Lexington, Kentucky, and you're listening to Horse Tip Daily. Well, my apologies for taking a week off of Horse Tip Daily here. Basically, I was a little under the weather, and it was tough to got through the morning show, but couldn't function much in the afternoons, and we're going to get back on track now, so I apologize for the week of no Horse Tip Dailies, but we got a bunch of good shows planned for you over the next couple of weeks, so stick around and join us every day, Monday through Friday, here on Horse Tip Daily. We're going to be actually running through the weekend to get caught up a little bit here, so we hope you enjoy what we have planned for you. When we get back from the commercial, we're going to do a two-part series here today and tomorrow on Horse Tip Daily of something that happened on the morning show this week. And if you listen to the morning show, then you're going to want to listen to this again. If you don't listen to the morning show, you're going to have a blast. And there's a lesson in here and a tip in here as well. My co-host Jamie Jennings, she went shopping for a horse last weekend and gave one of the funniest and saddest and funniest all at the same time, soliloquies of what happened last weekend and she told it on the morning show, and I want to replay it here for you today. And then she put together her own shopping tips for when you're shopping for a horse and you're reading the ads, and she put that together, and I'll play that for you tomorrow in the second part of this series. You're going to love this. It was hilarious. She had us all going. She got more comments on Facebook about this, and I just had to share it with everybody here on Horse Tip Daily, because I know a lot of you don't get a chance to listen to all the shows, so we like to replay some of the best moments on some of the other shows. And if you do listen to them and don't want to listen again, just skip ahead, and there'll be another show coming tomorrow. So take a listen to this right after I talk about Kentucky Performance Products. You're going to love this section from Jamie from Horses in the Morning about her shopping trip last weekend. Joint Armor from KPP provides your horse with the building blocks necessary to maintain healthy joints throughout his lifetime. Kentucky Performance Products Quality Assurance provides you with the confidence that you are purchasing a safe, high-quality product. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Joint Armor is concentrated and affordable. One jar lasts a whole 75 days. Joint Armor helps maintain fluid motion and flexibility in your horse's joints. It also supports normal cartilage development and reduces joint deterioration. Learn more about Joint Armor from Kentucky Performance Products and all their other terrific products at kppusa.com. That's kppusa.com. You know what I think everybody's been waiting for from yesterday is, word about the weekend. What happened to you over the weekend? I know Robert Dunn and Barbara Evans both posted on Facebook. They can't wait to hear Jamie's horse shopping story from the weekend.
I know, and Rebecca posted it too. And this is one of those things that's actually kind of hard to talk about. I guess you were about to say something. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, we haven't told people anything. You haven't really told us whether it was good news or bad news, whether you came home with a horse and your husband threatened divorce, or whether, you got lost, or what the story was. So, okay, fill us in. Spit it out.
Okay. All right. So, well, let me read the advertisement for the horses that we were going to look at. Okay, I'll just breeze through these real quick. One of my students, she's 10 years old, and her name is Rachel, and she's looking for a horse to kind of move up with that she wants to do some jumping. So I found this ad. It's Gryffindor is a lovely smaller sport horse, perfect for a lady or young rider wanting dependability. He has years of combined training experience. He is solid, safe, wonderfully natured, never having offered to buck or misbehave in any way. Gryffindor would make a perfect pony clubber, field hunter, event horse for the discriminating rider. All right, so my girls and I drove up to Clovis, California, And we were like girls on Christmas Eve, like 12-year-olds, like, oh, my God, am I get a pony the next day? You know, it's so exciting. We were going crazy. So we get up there, and it's, again, 12 hours. I've talked to this woman on the phone. She has emailed me. I have seen all these ads. She's got 3 horses that we were going to look at. And the first horse, Gryffindor, the one that she was going to ride, she got on. And now, mind you, the weather is sunny and 70. Calm, no wind, no nothing. She's on this horse. She's in the cross tie. She tacks him up. She's like, would you like me to ride him first? Of course, I would like you to ride him first. The horse literally sits there for the next 2 hours that she rode him, and he was trying to kill her. I mean, kill her. The horse was rearing and then bucking. So in, you know, like the Lipizzan world, that's a capriole, I believe. He was rearing and jumping a lava. I mean, and these things were not on purpose. This horse was trying to kill this woman. This is the same horse, mind you, who is solid, safe, wonderfully natured, never having offered to buck or misbehave in any way. Perfect for children. I was like, are you kidding me?
Maybe if you hate your children.
Yeah. She says to me, would you like to try him? I was like, do you think that that's a kid-safe horse? She goes, well, he's just being bad today, what with the weather. I said, it is sunny and 70 out here. There is not one bit of wind. And she says, actually, if you want this horse, I can work a really good deal. You can actually have him. She actually was like, you can have him if you want him. I was like, no. That is the worst horse I have ever seen. And I said, this is the same horse that you had an ad for children riding? And she goes, well, yeah. And I said, do you think maybe you should change your ad? Well, I guess so. Guess what? The ad is still not changed. I looked at it this morning. Okay, so that's first horse. Second horse was also for the 10, 11-year-old, girl. And it is a 15-year-old registered quarter horse cross. Solid citizen, anyone can ride, super nice horse, professionally trained, show quality. Her favorite listing this month also tried to kill her. I mean, was bad. Bad. So obviously I didn't even ride that one either. So we're talking, I've driven now 12 hours one way to see these 2 horses that are this phenomenal and didn't even ride either one of them. Now, the third horse, Glenn, was a horse named Diamond. And this is his ad, and it says, a lovely, large gray gelding, 17 hands, from the Irish prominent sport horse line, King of Diamonds, blah, 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 blah. Amateur-friendly, well-trained in dressage, trails, more a grade lesson horse, wonderfully kind, tractable, perfect horse, reduced for quick sale. So we're thinking we're going to get a good deal. Well, I see this horse, and he's in the cross ties, and I go, mind you, I see this 17-hand gray gelding, and she lied about his size. She lied about his color. She lied about his age. She lied about his attitude, and she lied about his soundness, because I go to take the cross ties off because I couldn't look at his teeth. And one of the girls there, goes to hold him. My friend Joanna, who's looking at him, holds him, and I uncross tie him. He runs away. I mean, flat runs away, takes off running and bolts. And then this woman has the nerve to tell me, oh, I thought they were horse people and they knew how to lead a horse. I'm like, okay, we have a problem. I am going to freak out on you right now. So this is horse number 3. It takes like half an hour of this horse galloping. I mean, he's trying to get out of the farm. The horse runs away. 20 minutes later, we finally catch him, and I'm mad at this point. I'm like, tack him up. My friend Jamie, who also was with us, her name is Jamie too, she's like, I'm getting on that horse, whether it kills us. She gets on him. She rides him around. I'm like, get up. My turn. I get on him, and I'm like, this horse is actually kind of fun to ride. He knew half passes. He knew leg yields. He knew flying changes. This horse knew a lot of stuff. Here's the problem, Glenn. The horse is completely lame. Lame. But you can tell that this horse has had some training at some point in his life, and he is, you can tell the horse had ulcers. He was so angry, and he was so unhappy. But riding him, he actually tried really hard. Well, who needs to buy a 16 one-hand, lame 12-year-old? But you know what? We kind of looked at him, and the girl with me as a vet, and she's like, without any diagnostic work, I really think it's his tendon. And tendons you can fix. He's just going to be a lower-level dressage horse. So I thought, you know what? Maybe we could do this. So we leave the woman at this point. We're like, let's get out of here. I said, think about what price you want on this lame 16 one-hand, older than you advertised, flea-bitten gray horse. You have lied. So we leave, and we come back the next morning. And this is where the story gets absolutely horrible. And Glenn, I just have to tell you.
And it's not bad up to this point, Jamie? It's not bad up to this point?
Oh, I know. At this point, I'm like, wow, this has been a complete disaster of a road trip. At least the girls and I had fun laughing at this woman in Clovis, California, who I probably shouldn't mention her name, but she's an eventer in Clovis, California.
By the way, there's something else wrong with this. Is you do not do this to somebody who has the only morning show in the horse world. The other thing. And then, Jamie, you said you went back the next morning, which leads us to believe that you did spend the night there. And if I remember correctly on Friday, we talked about the fact that you were going to be camping. And and you busted my chops because I said, Jennifer and I don't camp. We just don't camp anymore because we've had bad experiences camping. And you busted our chops of nature, blah, blah, blah. So how'd camping go?
I hate camping. That was god-awful. What a stupid idea. We're going to drive into the mountains. We're going to go camping. It was freaking 26 degrees, Glenn. 26 degrees. I froze to death. I ended up having to get in the truck and turn the truck on. That's how bad it was. The three of us froze to pieces. And we were on the top of a mountain, and I was not driving down that mountain in the dark. I hate camping. Hate it. You're right. I'm sorry. Camping sucks. It was the worst thing ever. Okay. Can we get back to the horse yet?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Okay. So at this point, we go back to the farm because my friend Joanna wants to see this giant, lame, gray old horse one more time. And it was actually pretty sad because she was staring at him out in the field. And, you don't need to make an investment on a lame horse. The reason she's getting another one is her other one had laminitis. And so anyway, long story short, I see this. We're driving into the farm. And when you see a horse laying down flat out in a field and you're like, oh, look, the horse, he's dead. Okay, I saw a horse laying flat out in the field, and I'm like, oh, look, that horse is dead.
Maybe he really was dead?
Glenn, there was a dead horse laying in her field. Okay, if you're a young listener, close your ears because this horse's leg was ripped off. From above the knee down, the leg was gone.
Laying in the field with like nothing over it or anything.
Dead horse,
like no sheet,
no leg.
No nothing?
Oh, no, because there were people that were coming up to then go get the horse. So we drive in. This is at this place. We thought, oh, this can't be her place. Oh, it was. It was. We see this horse, and he had gotten out of his field in the middle of the night. Okay, mind you, their pastures are, of course, barbed wire, and the fencing is electrical tape, but it's not electrified. So we're talking like the most unsafe facility I have ever seen in my entire life. And at some point in the middle of the night, this 2-year-old colt, gelding, got out, somehow ripped his leg off, and galloped to the top of the field where they then had to shoot him, is the story that we got. Okay, let me just tell you that we put that horse, that gray 16 one-hand lame horse in the trailer as fast as we could. I threw $1,000 at her and took off. I mean, we could not get out of there fast enough. When we're seeing dead horses, I'm sorry, how does a horse's leg get ripped off? It just doesn't happen. It's just, I don't know how that happens, but we weren't going to take the chance. We ponied up. We all split the price of this one, and he wasn't $1,000, but I said, I'm giving you $1,000, and I'm taking him, and I put him in the trailer, and we drove out. And currently here in Phoenix, Arizona, we have a 16 one-hand gray old lame horse that we love. So, yes, we did bring a horse home. No, it was not the one we thought we were going to bring home, but we just couldn't leave it there at this place where horses get out and rip their legs off.
Oh, my God.
So,
you should be tired after that. Are you okay now? That's Jamie's rant for the week. I can't even. Boy, you took the wind right out of my sails. I can't even pick on you about bringing a horse home now. But I can pick on you about camping from now on. I can do that. Boy, we've all had these horse shopping trips. Most of them I've gone on that have been this way have been with our friend Darcy. She has taken me to some of the most backwoods places looking at horses some of them have just been horrific. And we ought to talk about ads, talk about deceitful ads. And, we all talked about when we grew up in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and Amish country, when you'd see the ads and what was the penny saver back then, pre-computer, pre-Craigslist,
right.
Is they would say man's horse. When the Amish would advertise a horse that was absolutely out of its mind, it would say man's horse, which meant it was very hard to control, and probably a woman shouldn't be driving this horse. So whenever you saw a man's horse, you knew that
you better be,
that was going to be like. So, yeah, we'll have to talk about that, too. Well, Jamie, congratulations on a pretty much wasted weekend, huh?
What? A nightmare. I mean, it was a nightmare, Glenn. But you know what? In the end, we feel like we might have gotten a good horse that clearly was loved a long time ago. I mean, I'd say he's old. He's only 12, but they advertised him at 10. He clearly was loved a long time ago. We got his papers. We can contact the breeder. He's just probably had a rough go of it for about 5 years. And the tendon thing, we're having the veterinarian out tomorrow, so I'll give you kind of the update on Thursday morning as to what we think is going to happen with him. And, we figured that, just him in a field would be happier than him where he was living before. So, we love him. We haven't named him yet. We're not naming him until we get the vet report back. But hopefully it's a tendon. Hopefully he just needs a little bit of rest and a little bit of TLC, and he's going to be fine.
Well, there was Jamie's horror shopping story from the weekend. I thought you would enjoy that. And also, obviously, there were some lessons in there as well with some tips. And we're going to be back again tomorrow with part 2 of this, where she talks about how to read horse ads. And we've all seen that email float around before and what the horse ads really mean. Well, she adds her own spin to it that I think you'll find humorous and a little bit educational tomorrow. We hope you enjoy that as well. And, of course, you can listen to the morning show, Horses in the Morning, every morning live, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time at horsesinthemorning.com or on your iPhone or your Droid phone. You just go on your browser to horsesinthemorning.mobi, M-O-B-I, and you can listen live there as well, or you can catch the recorded version at horsesinthemorning.com. We'll be back again tomorrow, as I said, with another part 2 of Jamie's shopping adventure, the lesson that you learn when reading horse ads. Bye, everybody. Have a safe ride. Wear your helmet. And I'm glad we're back here at Horse Tip Daily.
The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.